Tonight, an eye on Chicago, a Chicago artist who says painting is more than his craft. It's what healed him when he needed it most. Erica Sargent has his story, and we want to mention this deals with serious mental health issues, and some of the images you see might be unsettling.
His name is Anthony Bartley. He grew up on Chicago's South Side, and his story is pretty remarkable.
Painting takes me to a different place where I don't need to, in that moment, exist anywhere else. I can kind of just be one with the canvas.
Anthony Bartley's paintings are visual records of his feelings. They often begin with journal entries.
But sometimes those descriptions give me visuals. There's a strong enough visual that I can kind of go back and reflect on it and sketch from it.
Once a kid who loved comic books and video games, Anthony's art now shows his intense love of color and shape, symbolism, and deep thought.
This piece is archaeology of self. This explorer who has found something ancient, but something that is very familiar. One of the things that a lot of people have said about this is that they can hear this painting.
His work speaks to Anthony in many ways as a form of therapy. That began at 2 a.m. March 17th, 2017.
That was the first time that I would try to take my own life.
Anthony was in college, studying biology at Washington University. He had struggled with depression before. That morning, in the dark, he stood alone on the ledge of a building. But even that didn't feel right.
I stopped myself and went back to my dorm room. So for the next, I want to say 8 hours maybe, I just painted. I have no idea why I had that canvas specifically. I wasn't taking an art class in college at the time or anything. I did a self-portrait that I still have to this day. I went to class the next morning like nothing happened.
But so much had happened.
Looking back, I can see it as the start point of the healing journey.
When I'm painting, the kind of therapeutic part of it is the physicality of actually laying the brushes against the canvas.
As Anthony was finishing college, the canvas was getting brighter.
My senior year was the year that I had been in therapy. I was like, okay, you can kind of rebuild yourself. My grades were looking better.
But then things started to crumble.
Because I graduated right after COVID hit.
As the world shut down, so did Anthony's job prospects and his hopes for the future.
And I felt like all of the progress I had made was gone in an instant. I had a mental breakdown while I was back in Chicago. And that was the moment where I kind of felt like everything was shattered.
But once again, art saved him.
I just kind of broke one night, and then I did another self-portrait.
Shortly after, he decided to become a full-time artist on a mission.
I want people to take away that they are not alone in whatever they're going through. So this is Prototype. Prototype references feelings of being replaced. I feel like a lot of us carry abandonment wounds.
That takes us to this exhibit, Words I've Never Said, shown recently at Connect Gallery in Hyde Park.
Words I've Never Said is a eulogy to communication. It's me saying everything I wish I could have said to people who have passed, people who are no longer with me.
I can't remember how we met, but I remember I saw his work and it stuck with me.
Rob McKay is the owner of Connect Gallery.
The work met me where I was in life. So I figured if it's hitting me that way, it can hit others.
Rob says Anthony's art is life.
Because it's dealing with mental awareness, growth, life cycles. So that's what made me fall in love with his work.
Anthony's love for art is something he shares with his mother, Jeanette. A lifelong scientist and educator, she received her PhD as Anthony graduated college. But creating art is also a part of her life story.
Around the same time that I discovered art as a therapeutic tool, it came back into her life as a therapeutic tool. It's honestly been very rewarding for me to be able to watch her evolve as an artist. And I couldn't be more excited to see her finally letting other people see the art.
And the more Anthony lets other people see his art, the more he grows.
I still struggle with depression and loneliness, but there's something about it where I'm like, this is a unique thing that you're doing because of who you are and your art. I couldn't imagine living differently now.
Anthony says art is a wonderful tool to build community, and he's proud to be a part of that.
Erica Sargent, CBS News, Chicago.
Erica, thanks. And if you or someone you know is struggling, there is help out there, and it is effective. You can reach the Crisis Lifeline 24/7 by texting or calling 988.